Hello everyone, this is the lazy guy in bed, and I'm just gonna talk about gays and Christian today. So a couple days ago, the Supreme Court finally starting to argue should gay have the rights to marry and everything. And it seems they just try to avoid the fundamental questions. Like they just argue can they adopt kids and everything, but most conservative that's against gay rights, they're more of back in the traditional Christian setting, and that's what makes them stop. So I want to just go from the Christian setting and to explain why gay are okay. Now, first of all, most of the Bible stuff, that's the laws and everything, is written in the historical and social context of that time. It's not really for today. So all the Old Testament, if you read the actual stuff, there's no words for servant. There's no servant. They're all slaves. So slavery, I don't think we do that nowadays, at least not in America. Now, what about polygamy? What King David, King Solomon, Abraham, just all of them. They have more than one wife. I don't think that's okay in America nowadays either. So if you guys want to follow the Bible 100%, that's most of the stuff will not be okay. Of course, there's a lot of reference. If you want to read, you can just go looking for books that will tell you why they're okay for that time, but they're not okay for now. Stuff like genocide. Okay, Israelites kill so many ethnicity groups followed by God's order. It was okay back then because it was special circumstances under that kind of historical context. But now genocide. Look at World War II. Nobody like Hitler. He killed only one, well, 2 or 3 groups of people. Nobody liked that. Now, on the important question of being gay. So if you do not look at the historical context and treat all the material equal, and we shall follow all the words, then should the Christians accept the gays? Well, simple. Yes. And the reason being, yes, they have sinned it, but so have you. If you look at throughout all the Bible, there's so many ways you could just sin, by telling a lie. Most of us have. By just look at some girl and guys being just have active mind, just have dirty thoughts, think of you can do stuff. That's adultery. That is really bad. That's nothing better than being gay. It's all the same. There's also there's hundreds of commandments which most of us have broke at least once. And so if you have sinned it, then why are you so judgmental about others? Now, some say because we know the words, so we can judge. But from what I know, most Christians just go to churches on Sundays. They don't actually read the whole entire Bible into entireties. You can go to church, understand their verses, that's cool, but then you're not going to understand the whole thing. Most Christians I know, they do not read the whole entire Bible. What they have learned is from the church, which did not fully prepare them to be a true Christian. There's one verse I like to share with the Christian out there, and depends on what version you read, it might be some bit different, but it's Luke chapter 6 verse 37. I'm gonna read the NIV because it's used a lot, and King James because it sounds cool. It's all English. So NIV read, "Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and will be forgiven." The King James version will be, "Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven." In the whatever version I have read when I was a kid, it was don't judge, or else the same measurement will be judged upon you. I don't remember what version it is, but it was a kid version or something. Basically, if you try to say no gays, that's just bad, then look at yourself. Have you ever lied? Have you ever looked at a girl or a guy, if you're a girl, think of like thoughts that's not very, just a bit too much? There's so many things we have done wrong, then why are you even condemning just one? So basically, don't judge. It's not for us to judge, it's for God. And if you judge, you're playing the role of God. And that, I don't need to tell anyone who actually just even read a bit of Bible to understand what play God is, right? That's more sin than you can think of. So, while the judges in Supreme Court have deciding and everything, and if they're just thinking about this Christian aspect of the US, don't worry, just forget about it. Just support it. Do I think gay is a sin? Yes. Do I support legalizing gay marriage? Fuck yeah. They should have their own rights. It's like if we try to follow everything the Bible said, we're gonna have like government try to make a device to monitor our mind and see if we're thinking dirty thoughts, because that's a sin, equivalent to gays. And plus, this country have no religion background. It's a separation of church and state. In the beginning, we have set up that way so that everybody can have their own religion. They might not be Christian. We have other religions. Like, why do you have to force yourself's religion onto others? That's just wrong. Like, do you want some Buddhist or Muslim to force your idea on you? Their idea might be similar, but they're different. So basically, don't judge. Let them do what they do, and if they feel that's wrong, okay. If they feel that's right, okay. Because in the end, we all have sin, and it's for God to decide who to forgive. And it's a grace of God. It's not something that we earn.